Good day and welcome to X News Channel. I'm Stephanie Anamu, bringing you today's top story from Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu lifted the controversial 6-month state of emergency in Rivers State on September 17th, reinstating Governor Siminalayi Fubara and local lawmakers. However, the resolution of the political crisis has shifted intense scrutiny onto Nigeria's Supreme Court for its failure to hear a landmark lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of the emergency rule, fueling widespread accusations of judicial complicity and executive overreach. The lawsuit, suit number SCCV 329/2025, was filed by 11 governors from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) shortly after President Tinubu declared the state of emergency on March 18, 2025. The emergency measure, which suspended the state government and installed retired Vice Admiral Ibokette Ibas as a sole administrator, was justified by the presidency as necessary to arrest the drift toward anarchy amid escalating political clashes and rampant oil pipeline vandalism. For over 160 days, the case has languished without a hearing. This inaction has drawn sharp criticism, particularly when contrasted with the court's previous swiftness. The currency change case of 2023 SCCV 160/2023 was resolved in 30 days, and the local government autonomy case of 2024 SCCV 343/2024 was decided in just 45 days. Prominent legal scholar and former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, Chidi Odinkalu, captured the public mood in a widely circulated post on X, formerly Twitter. The refusal of Supreme Court Inc. to even attempt to schedule a hearing is not an omission, he wrote. It's itself a decision which will go down in infamy in the annals of judicial politics in Nigeria. Odinkalu's critique ignited a firestorm on social media, amplifying a narrative of a compromised judiciary. The account Daily Justice Act labeled the court a group of legal operatives, available for hire by a dishonest and corrupt executive. User Obaslet lamented that the judiciary has lost its voice, betraying the legacy of judicial giants like Justices Kayode Eso and Chukwudifu Oputa, warning of the economic consequences. AX user noted, "No investor will invest in a country that controls the judiciary." This sentiment is backed by data. A 2024 Afrobarometer survey revealed that approximately 68% of Nigerians perceive the judiciary as being influenced by the executive branch. The crisis is compounded by a historical precedent of judicial passivity. A similar emergency rule, declared in 2013 during the Boko Haram insurgency, also faced minimal judicial oversight. Chief Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, appointed in 2024, has faced personal criticism for her court's perceived quiet acquiescence to the executive. A controversial ruling earlier this year on Rivers State local government elections, where the court was seen as overstepping its jurisdiction, had already damaged public trust. The judicial crisis carries significant economic and democratic implications. A 2025 World Bank report directly linked judicial inefficiencies in developing nations to a decline in foreign investment, a trend now feared in Nigeria. This concern was echoed in a September 2025 Pew Research Center report, which found that 80% of U.S. adults view a compromised judiciary as a major barrier to economic partnerships. As Governor Fubara resumes office, the unresolved lawsuit leaves a stain on the democratic process and raises critical questions about accountability and the balance of power. Civil society groups are reportedly planning protests in Abuja to demand judicial reform, while some legal advocates are calling for legislative changes to impose strict timelines on the Supreme Court for constitutional cases. With the emergency now over, the Supreme Court's continued silence is widely seen as a verdict, in itself, one that casts a long and troubling shadow over the future of Nigeria's democracy. That's it for now on X News Channel. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching.